Okay. It's like we're live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. We continue tonight from where we left off last week. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you. Let's get into it. So first off, a bit of bad channel news. Nothing that you need to worry about aside from me complaining about it. But I am encountering the stark realization that unfortunately I think my chair is beyond fixing. Probably going to mention this over and over again just because I'm sad about it. And in the hopes that some of you guys might feel generous enough to contribute to getting me a new one. If you are interested in such things, this is a trivial thing to ask about, but if you are interested in giving me a hand in such things, find my PayPal in the description. Or just let me know. Just let me know privately and I can something. Office chairs are unfortunately pricey, you know how that goes. Worse still though, disappointingly, this chair, my beloved office chair, I think is not produced anymore, as far as I can tell. This thing is not made anymore. From what I can tell, it was assembled by prison inmates sometime in the 1970s, around the time of the founding of the University of South Florida, which is where this came from. So my hopes of finding another of this delightful model of chair are slim to none. If anyone can find it, I would be endlessly appreciative. As unlikely as that might be. In any case, like I said, I'm pursuing. I'm looking around, shopping a bit, thinking about what to replace it with. I might eventually cave and get something like a gamer chair, if you will. Again, hi Kylie, good to see you. Also, that might depend on if any number of you guys are particularly generous. I might go so far as to do something absurd, like get a PewDiePie gaming chair. They're only $399.99, and that's a great price, I'm told.
Ward,
I don't know about that. But...
I did warn you about the stone in these parts. Human masons will use whatever's at hand, but for proper walls, you need proper stone.
Keep in mind also, if it's too loud or too quiet, it might be too quiet. If it is, let me know. I'll try and fix it. Obviously, go on.
The nearest quarry has some miserable slate nonsense. I need proper granite. The darker the better. I don't suppose, you know, in your travels...
The Wending Wood has some granite.
Splendid. But I can't risk my men to darkspawn attacks. You'll have to send soldiers to secure the site.
How important is this?
You can't neglect your stronghold. If the vigil falls, where would that leave your lands? Merchants and farmers aren't much against an army of darkspawn.
Fine, you'll have your guards.
Thank you, Commander. The vigil will not fall, I swear it.
I'm thinking we pull guards away from the actual keep, given that it's quite well defended. We need to keep the farmlands relatively defended. Mistaken.
You're back. You need anything?
Oof, he is annoying. I found an ore deposit.
Oh, this will help a great deal. Wade, the commander found a silverite deposit.
Armor and weapons could be made with this. I'll just get to it then. No one appreciates.
Follow-up question. We're moving on to a new quest location and a new quest line tonight. And that means we have to decide who to take with us, because we now have 4 companions and 3 party slots. So, does that mean we basically have to decide which other mage we're going to take? We're going to take Villana, or if we're going to take Anders. I'm leaning a little towards Anders, but I like both of them. I really do like both of them.
Psst, psst, Warden.
You want to talk with me?
Haren is content to let me craft away in obscurity under dreadful conditions. Never a care for the art of crafting. But you're not so dreadfully common.
Sorry, Kylie. I wish I could take them all. That's one of those sort of running jokes in BioWare games, is that you just can't. And it always turns out that there are party members that you just kind of leave back in camp or whatever, basically through the whole game. I want to try and avoid that and take different people to different things. But at the same time, yeah, we don't need 3 mages in our group. So it really would be, it really is between Anders and Valana. I'm leaning a little towards Anders because he's a goofball. I certainly appreciate fine weapons and armor.
Exactly. I want to make wondrous things. Things a dwarf and craftsman would appreciate. If you come across any fantastical materials, could you perhaps visit old Wade?
Wade, what are you about?
Oh, nothing. Remember, fantastical materials.
Okay. I've been finding some fantastical materials, I suppose. Who's Lilith?
Do you remember me? The merchant from the road.
Oh.
I've made a deal with your Mistress Wolsey to provide some new stock for the other merchants here. May her bless you, sir.
Great. Cool. We rescued someone and it actually affected something.
Yes, Commander?
Found this ancient bark in the heart of a living tree.
Let me see. Oh, amazing. This might be heartwood.
You make anything out of it?
If I were allowed to experiment with this, I might be able to make a bow. Or a shield, yes. I can't do that right now, you understand. Here's a list of materials I need. They may be a trifle hard to come by, but you must get them.
Well, alright then. Fine.
So you not only gave up on killing the Grey Warden who murdered your father, you actually joined the Order.
Are you trying to pick a fight, Valana? Baiting me like this is juvenile.
I just wanted to know how you felt.
How do you feel knowing you murdered all those people because you were too arrogant to check your facts?
Warm and fuzzy.
You're a terrible person. And your ears are clownish.
What? Who's juvenile now?
Oh my god. Dude, what's wrong with you?
I should hate her, but I don't. I can respect a woman who fights for freedom and justice.
But she's human.
I can look past petty hatred when I have reason to. She freed the elven slaves. Funny, isn't it? Andraste fought a tyrannical empire, only to have her followers become one themselves.
Chantry isn't a tyrannical empire.
No, they are many, and we are few. So they say, why not eradicate the Dalish, or enslave them again?
Sorry.
People with power never fail to abuse it, even those with good intentions.
Forgot, I had a piece of Saoirse's bed in my pocket. She's been taking the mattress off repeatedly. Screw. Anyway. And then I dropped it. Anyway, this is an ironic response, because yes, historically speaking, although we don't know that yet, wouldn't it be the same if the Dalish had power?
No! I seek justice for my people, and that is all. We would not be like... I wish to end this conversation. Let us be on our way.
Jeez, awkward. Let's level up. Daniel. Dexterity. Yeah.
Commander, the men cleared the rubble. You'll have to see what they found for yourself.
Forget what this is. Show me. Maybe I should have waited to do this until Valana is actually becomes a great burden. Oh well.
Here we are. Look at her.
I knew it led to the deep roads. I could smell it.
It looks safe enough to climb down. Find a way to stop the Darkspawn from coming back this way. Good luck.
Wait, right now? Wait, no. I want to go back.
And I'm off.
No, we'll do this again later. Try this later. There's other things we need to do first before this. Wait, what? Ah, Jesus. Okay, well, back all the way through. Fine. Back through the cellars. The torture chambers. We still have to go to the Blackmarsh, and we still have to induct Valana into the Grey Wardens. Oh, by the way,
Still with the looks, my lady.
My lady is such a human thing to call someone.
It is a term of respect. You think it's human to be respectful?
Now you're mocking me.
I think you're a lovely woman, and due some respect. So I call you a lady.
Well, stop it!
By the way, in case you couldn't tell, a lot of people ship them. It's very common. Alright, try and do that again later. Let's see what this is. Ooh, right.
You arranged for quite the welcome for us, didn't you, Commander? Not that I mind. Gave me a chance to do some proper testing.
If you didn't notice, I'm wondering why dwarves speak Greek on the sign down there. You're the one who blew up those Darkspawn, right?
Oh, kind of you to notice. That was my work. The name is Dworkin Glavenok. Some call me Dworkin the Mad. That don't ruffle my beard, though. You have to be a little mad in my line of research.
Did you invent those explosives?
I developed these particular formulations. It's the Kunari who perfected the art. That just gets in my craw. Sullen, ashen-skinned giants shouldn't be allowed to outsmart dwarves. So, I've been conducting experiments on lyrium sand and other volatile ingredients.
Okay. Anyway, I can help.
If you got a mind to, aye. We used up all the explosives on those darkspawn. I can make more, but I'm out of lyrium sand. Lyrium dust is all over the place, but that's too fine. Dust's good for fuses, but not the boom I'm looking for. With real lyrium sand, I can set the lads to work.
You're in luck. I found some lyrium sand.
Wonderful. We can start making more explosives.
Warden, before you let my brother blow himself to little bitsies, tell him to be careful.
Don't listen to Foldrick. I know what I'm about.
And how many apprentices have you lost? 3? No, 4?
We'll know the risks. If we succeed, our names will go down in history.
Do what you will, Dworkin.
Aye, Commander. Thanks for your help. Please, take these. Use them to give those beasties a what for.
Oh my god, I love this guy. Oh, that's delightful. What did we get? What did he give us? Dworkin the Mad's explosives. Oh. Hey.
Seneschal Verrill has been looking for you. Please go to the throne room.
Any messages for me?
Just give me a moment.
Hold him down. Right? Okay, let's go. Darn, I wanted to give gifts to squad mates, to party members. I actually pulled up the list. actually have the gift guide, what belongs to
Hey,
whom.
Commander, we need to talk.
Of course, Agrin.
Dreams. You get them? This is a Grey Warden thing, huh? Why didn't anyone tell me?
You're Agrin, the Fearless. You eat nightmares for breakfast.
This particular dream put me right off my breakfast. In my dream, I saw one of those bloated, vomit-smeared brood mothers, and it had Hespeth's face. You remember Hespeth, don't you? Bronca was there and whispered, "It's time." And Hespeth screamed, and 1,000 darkspawn burst from her. Then the darkspawn surrounded me and started talking, asking me if I would like lemon in my tea. And could I please teach them to read and write? And one of them kept repeating, "Where's the baby?" And that's when I woke up.
That's not a Grey Warden dream.
Huh. Well, I do get other dreams about darkspawn, mostly shadows and murmuring, but nowhere scary. Thanks for listening, Commander.
So dwarves don't dream in Dragon Age. That's a thing. An established little bit of lore there. Except, of course, if they are Grey Wardens, because all Grey Wardens dream, and they dream of darkspawn. Just put basically everything away, huh? Alright, let's give out some gifts to... We have a list for Anders first, so let's go Anders his presents. The scarf for him. Silver bracers. Sir Pounce-a-Lot, that's his. Book. Phylacteries, a history written in blood. Of course. That color. We would have gotten that, but alright. Earring? Alright. How about Nathaniel? Bronze Sextant, I know I saw that.
This is nice.
This is nice. Oh, we gave him... All letters we gave him golden vase. It's his.
This is nice.
Tools, of course.
This is nice.
What a rogue. Whetstone, I don't think we picked up. Agrin. It's all the drinks. Of course. But let me just make sure.
That looks fine indeed. By my ancestors, this is a wonderful gift. That looks fine indeed.
Not the toy chariot, I would have thought. Guess not. Villana. Oh. Probably the elven trinket, but let me see. Journal. An elf who lived in Amber.
Oh, I am touched. Thank you.
Blank journal.
What?
Oh.
This book is empty. Why have you given me this useless object?
It's for writing in.
I can see that. I'm sure I'll find some use for this. The leather binding is quite adequate. Thank you.
Adequate. Wonderful. Adequate is exactly how I would describe a wonderful little gift. I forgot. Missed that given. Okay. What else? Silver bowl of carved greenstone. That's it. All right. What about the spyglass? Nope. Companion we don't have yet. Verses of Dreams. Companion we don't have yet. Tiny Malachite. Oh, Valana. Okay.
Thank you. This is a lovely gift.
Kristoff's mementos. Probably for Kristoff. Lyrium, Voice of the Maker. We don't have yet. Snow Globe. That's nice. Don't have yet. Potted Plant. Don't have yet. Elven Prayer for the Dead. Has to be Valana, right? Right? No. So we don't have yet. That's odd. I'm surprised. Toy Chariot. Have yet. The Warrior's Heart. Don't have yet. Soap on a Rope. Don't have yet. That's it. Cool. The rest we put in this chest for later. Oh, can't put them away. That's annoying, right? So anyway, if anyone has, like I said, if anybody has preferences as to who we're taking with us, please do let me know. Let's see.
I do not know where you found them. The Canary seems especially dubious. But the Vigil's market is busy once again. This will certainly aid in our upcoming efforts. With the surplus in the treasury, I took the liberty of getting you this. Well done, Commander.
Thanks. 60 gold. Bad. I have a lot. Actually buy some stuff. Which actually, incidentally, let's do some of that, huh?
May I be of service?
Yeah.
Certainly.
Hey. Get that. And let's... Oh, it just unlocks it. Okay, easy. Great. Yeah, let's make her a battle mage, as well as arcane warrior. Let's go. Magic. Magic. Battle mage. Oh, I got everything for Arcane Warrior. Holy crap. Alright, Battle Mage. Alright, cool. Hey, Kevin. Kevin says, woo! Sorry, I'm late. Wait, Kylie, who was rhyming? I missed. Did I rhyme? Did I do that? I did that. If I did it accidentally, and I apologize, I guess. Anyway, Kevin says, sorry I'm late. I had a bit of a charger fiasco, made worse by the fact that the local DG, anyone else's guess is as good as mine, didn't have enough employees to remain open. I leave my excellent friend hugs. Look, hugs all around. All around. I'd hug the webcam, but it's awkward. Dairy Queen? Can't. That's what came to mind, but that can't be right. That's definitely can't be right.
All rise. The Warden Commander and Liege Lord of all Amaranthine enters. I've held it off as long as I could, but you hold the right of high justice on your land. Certain matters of court must be decided.
Anything I should know before we proceed?
By custom, the claimants make their case to you. I'll advise you after, then you rule. The Seneschal of the Vigil can hold court as well, if the Arl commands it.
Let's begin.
Be seated. The Warden Commander will first hear the matter of the Crown against the sheepherder Alec.
On behalf of the Crown, I submit that Alec stole 2 bushels of grain bound for the garrison in Amaranthine. When confronted by soldiers, he confessed. The punishment for theft from the Crown is death by hanging.
What say you, Alec?
My sheep were slaughtered by the Darkspawn. My family was starving. I asked for mercy. Commander, mercy.
The poor bugger. Had he stolen from anyone besides the Crown, he'd escape with a flogging.
Kylie says, I literally was rhyming for like 3 whole sentences. It was awesome. I'm gonna have to re-watch, apparently. I didn't even notice. Okay. Yeah, let's do the merciful and practical thing. Join the army and your life will be spared, your family fed.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next matter is of a civil nature. Lady Liza Pacton is the sovereign of Terns Down. She...
I prefer to speak for myself. The old Earl Rendenhall made certain promises to me. Some of these he committed to paper. I was given the right to the incomes of the Southern Bridge.
And what part did you take in Hal's conspiracies, Liza? To get such a fruitful prize? I am Sir Darren, and it is my land she seeks. Taken from me because I was one of the few nobles who stood against Tern Logain.
Commander, Sir Darren is an ally, and Amaranthine has precious few who support you wholeheartedly.
If there's any hope of persuading more nobles to your cause, you must be fair-minded.
Kevin says, Vince, it's great to see you. I really acknowledge you in my greetings, and that's unacceptable. Hail our gracious host. Hail indeed. Although it is acceptable. The chat, you're your own thing. That's fine. Thank you, though. Speaking of slow, low squeak, I have, as I mentioned earlier, I have determined that my good old chair is, I think, beyond repair, and that rhyme was not intentional. It was at least foreseen, and so I am, I think, very deeply, sadly, I am in the market for a new chair. So a couple of things having to do with that. If anyone can somehow find this particular chair anywhere in existence for purchase, I'd be unbelievably grateful. I love this chair. This is the second of this kind I have had in my lifetime, and I absolutely adore it. But as far as I know, it is not made anymore because it was manufactured by inmates in the 1970s, or maybe before. So it's 50-ish years old, I would think. Quite possibly, this was one of the original chairs of the University of South Florida. I would not be surprised to find that out. So the likelihood of finding exactly this model chair again for a third time would be very low, unfortunately. So I may wind up actually having to get a new and different chair, in which case I will be out a bunch of money. So if anyone would like to contribute to buying me a new chair, PayPal below, or just contact me directly, and we can figure something. I would, of course, appreciate it. Kevin asks, what's the model? That's a really good question. There are no identifiable markings, or branding, or serial numbers, or model numbers anywhere on this chair. At all. It just said made with pride by inmates. And the wheels are, the brand of the wheels is Shepherd. But that's just the wheels, as it happens. Yeah, there is no make and model on this wonderful seating vessel. And I searched the damn thing quite well. Maybe I'll post pictures of the damn thing at some point. And I don't know. It's very nice. I adore this chair. But, not to say that it's like designed particularly well. It's just I really love the very cushy, the cushy fabric pillowy type things. So many desk chairs are either mesh, or leather, or some combination of the two, or pleather, even worse. But I really, really, really like fabric chairs. Certainly not leather. Mesh is acceptable, I suppose, but so modern. This even has wood furnishings. I wish I could repair it. It's just that some of the attachment points have actually snapped, not just come unfastened or re-screwable or snapped. Some of the things that hold springs together and such, and I'm deeply, deeply disappointed. It had a long, very fruitful life. Anyway, like I said, I'll try and post a picture too of it, of the chair, to let you guys know exactly what it is and what it's like and why I love it so very much. Write that down. Kevin says, I would personally love to sponsor a new chair. Just need to figure out how to do that apart from PayPal account, or maybe I need to set one up. I believe, I could be mistaken about this, but I believe you can send money directly to the link below without a PayPal account. Try it. Let me know. Like I said, my shoot for the moon goal, if I can't, okay, so my ultimate shoot for the moon goal is to find this chair again. But given that that's very unlikely, and I don't know anyone who could reasonably repair the thing, if I could find that, that'd be interesting too. But in any case, my other shoot for the moon goal would be a PewDiePie gaming chair, just because this is as much a meme channel as it is a gaming channel, and those two are tied for second place after Philosophy Channel. So I mean, they're a distant second, but they're still there. In any case, yeah, I would, Kylie, I would think of a GoFundMe. I did one for the Mass Effect 2 DLCs. I think it was a GoFundMe, something along those lines. But honestly, the fundraisers like that tend to take a fairly significant cut, as opposed to direct payments or PayPal or what have you. So, I will continuously give you guys updates on progress towards getting a new chair. And I will, of course, tailor my decision as to what to get based on your generosity, and then whatever else I will, I'll, of course, top it off. I'm not demanding that my audience pay for it in its entirety. Anyway. Oh! Another thing that the audience right now, in particular, might be fascinated by. I've mentioned this before, but I've recently gotten into matcha. By which I mean I ordered some accidentally at a Wawa's in the middle of the night last weekend, and wound up liking it to the extent that I ordered some matcha powder, and I've been making milkshakes. What is this? It's very yummy. All right. Yeah, so the land acquisition, it's legal, Darren. But I swear I'll make this up to you.
My father built that bridge. But, very well. I place my trust in you.
The commander has spoken. The matter is resolved. Bring in Sir Temele the Ox.
I mean, he's not that big.
Sir Temele stands accused of a murder most foul. You and your men came upon Sir Tamra in the dead of night and did cravenly ambush her. You dare too much, Captain Garavel. I am noble-born and will not submit to your accusations. You are accused of murder, sir. My soldiers found you fleeing while Sir Tamra's blood was still hot. There's a great deal of traffic on the roads, not all of it human. And it's so dangerous at night. We were merely in a hurry to reach a nice, safe place.
You mock this court with your denials.
You have nothing, Captain. Release me, Commander. It's this common lout's word against mine.
You will recall Setamra as the knight who warned us against the conspiracy. Setemele was a confederate of Al How.
Huh. Evan says, I found a zero-carb seltzer that helps with socializing. Is that one of those water beers? I don't know. I don't know the things. But, Ali says, I've made avocado matcha smoothies before that are amazing. I could see that working. Yeah, I could see that working. Yeah, I've never actually deigned to try the stuff before. Like I said, I got some basically by accident at Wawa's on the way home. Middle of the night, like this weekend, Saturday maybe, Saturday, whatever. It was good. It was very good, and so hence dropping things all over my desk. But cheers. Oh. I don't know if you could hear that. Saoirse says she's thirsty for chocolate milk and won't go to sleep. But that means she'll be up all night. So we really can't do that. I feel really bad. The conspiracy is real. They claim their first victim.
I fear you're correct.
It says water beer. Yes, the oats are gone. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the whole alcoholic seltzer things. Never really my thing. If I'm gonna have a beer, I'll just have a beer. You know. Usually ale, although I don't know, I feel like I've never really given lagers a chance. Something I've thought of recently. Mostly because the lagers I started off drinking were like, Bud Light, Pisswater type stuff that is awful. I guess I never really, like I said, never really gave lagers a chance. If I could find a good one, I might. It says there were like 4 flavors, and I think I'm on cherry. That could be decent. I could dig something like that, I guess. There's some of them. There are some of those, like White Claw style things. There's some of those that are okay. Is there really no more evidence against him?
Only some blood on their clothes. A sadly common sight on travelers these days. Besides that, nothing. The captain looked into the matter thoroughly.
Could he be innocent?
If he's innocent, I'm the Empress of Orlais. But it's possible, I suppose.
It's possible that you're the Empress of Orlais. Oh, wow. Fascinating. Why didn't you tell me? What would happen if we executed him?
There'd be some outrage. There's no love for the Ox, but he's a noble. With such scant evidence. But you are within your rights to execute him.
Alright, Kylie says avocado, matcha powder, almond, or regular milk, depending on preference. Some sweetener, or a little sugar, or honey. Honey could be good. Then ice and blend it. Top with sweet coconut and chocolate chips. Oh yes, chocolate milk is awesome. Yeah, yeah, definitely honey, especially with the whole like green tea-ish flavor of matcha. That would think like green tea and honey is already delightful. Let's make it.
What is your will?
A lady knight is dead. There will be justice. Behead him.
But you can't.
Sure can.
Oh, but the commander very much can.
Oh, that's so much better than my line.
The session of the Arling's court is over. And Maker, help me. I hope the next one is easier than this.
Evan says, in ordinary circumstances, I'm a huge fan of heavy dark beers. Likewise. Very much so. Yeah, I greatly enjoy stouts and porters, especially milk stout. Milk stout is probably my favorite variety of beer. Probably milk stout, and then rare, hard to find, but brandywine ales are amazing. All right, so who are we bringing? We got to bring our 2 non-mages, but we can either bring Valana or we can bring Anders. What do you guys think? Kylie says, "Ooh, I love the darker beers too. They're smoother in taste. Also, damn, dude, you've been having all that seltzer." Kevin says, "Because I am stupid." Fair enough, I suppose. I'm not actually drinking any sort of alcohol tonight. I don't know what alcohol would be good in a matcha milkshake. Vodka? I don't usually like vodka either. Sake? Maybe? Sweet sake? Something like that might do. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yes?
Andraste's knickerweasels.
Andraste's knickerweasels.
Yes.
She's got a cool magic.
Thorns of the Sylvans.
Thorns of the Sylvans. What do you guys think? Who should we bring? We've got a big quest coming up. We're going to the Blackmarsh to find Kristoff, another Grey Warden who went missing. Wait, hold on. Wait, we didn't make Valana a Grey Warden yet. We need to go do her joining. Did we? Wait. Did we last time? I don't remember. I don't remember if we did her joining.
Must you disrupt my thoughts?
Yeah. Let's go talk to her in here and see. I don't remember if we did it the last time.
I envy you sometimes.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Oh, God. What? God, this is probably Bailey's or something. Max says Anders. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I was leaning a little bit towards Anders anyway. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Must you mock me at every turn?
Yeah, kinda.
Even the youngest human child knows of at least a dozen heroes of legend. These tales are taken for granted. They are so abundant. Oh, it makes me angry sometimes. We Dalish have lost most of our history and our legends. What we do remember, we hold dear.
You can share stories, they belong to everyone.
But does a human child value the tale of the Paragon Idukan as much as he does Dane and the werewolf? Stories connect us to our past. They shape a people in profound ways. Without them, we are lost. I think I finally know what I will do with your gift. I will fill it with stories.
This is agrees Anders. Oops, I was lagged behind. Kevin says, every time I hear sake, Last Samurai. Funny, I think of the all-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi restaurant, which is awesome. It's a fine idea.
These will be new stories for my people. Stories drawn from what I know and what I've seen. Perhaps one day, they will be what connects my children and their children to their past, to me. I see now that this is a gift to be treasured, and I thank you.
Max says, I've had sake before, and I did not like it. It tasted like vodka plus beer, and I don't like either by themselves. I can... Oh, excuse me. I can see how you'd say that. That does make sense.
What's the point of having walls? I'm just as cold in here as out there.
Mostly to keep people and things out. Kevin says, now I want sashimi. I never don't want sashimi.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, we'll bring Anders. That seems to be the consensus. Kylie says, the flavored ones taste way better. Strawberry sake I've had tasted like strawberry milk to me. And sashimi does sound good. Absolutely. On a related note, slightly related note, should I make him battle? No. What do I make him? Keeper? Another keeper? Shapeshifter. We don't have a shapeshifter in this party. Just go magic. Let's go Repulsion Field. That one. Max, that's great. Now I have to order sushi tomorrow.
To that cat, Anders. It's more that he's rather attached to me. Isn't that right, Sir Founcelot?
Oh.
Isn't that name a little ridiculous? What do you think I should call him? Frederick? There are worse names, I suppose.
I love it. Kelly says, I tried a Madai sashimi dish with truffle oil, garnished with garlic chips. It was the best sashimi I've ever had. Callie says, continues, I'm getting sushi twice soon. Once at Koizi's and the other time at Umo. Koizi is another one of those all-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi places. Awesome. I love those places. They're absurd, but I absolutely love them. Yes, places in Florida that you'll be. Yeah. Koizi we go all the time. Well, not all the time. Actually, it's been a while. It has been a while. You more often will go to Saki over in Tampa on Del Mabry. That's near Erica's family is over that way. So.
They say this marsh was once inhabited, until one day everyone disappeared.
Spooky. Real spooky. Max says, you ever hear of Neon Genesis Evangelion? I just finished watching it, and boy, I have heard of it, I have never seen it. Huh. Ooh, jeez. These wolves are beastly. Okay. Ooh, that was rough. This is cool. Eating a cow. Itchy. Yes, now everyone in the chat just got acquainted. Or is getting acquainted.
Talk about me stinking up the joint.
What are you on about now?
Cat piss. Little kitty there makes me want to vomit.
Don't listen to him, Sir Pouncelot. You smell just fine.
Why is Nathaniel the one meowing? Blow him up. Ridiculous. Okay. Max says basically the first 19 episodes is robots fighting eldritch abominations, and then 20 and beyond is the characters going through an existential crisis. That sort of plot arc reminds me a lot of Macross or Robotech, whichever you call it, which one. That very much had that kind of like the first like bunch of episodes are huge like warfare, and then it's a lot of like characters having to deal with the aftermath type of thing, which is a huge change in the direction of the plot, really, and the style. Kevin says, one time I was in a bar and I was in complete control of the jukebox. The bartenders gazed at me and said, "That guy has an ear for music." Wow. Really? I doubt you, but okay. I will tentatively believe you. Max said, the creator used some Christian concepts. Basically, he thought it sounded cool. Oh, boy. You gotta love the Japanese pseudo-understanding of Christianity.
Some animal or something worse.
Yeah, the Japanese have a very strange relationship with Christianity and their understanding of it. I'm sure you've seen the meme picture of the crucified Santa Claus as a Christmas decoration. This is, ooh, nice. If I had control of a jukebox, it would be show tunes the entire time. And Kevin also loves show tunes.
It looks like something ghostly. Almost like the Fade.
No, let's not and say we did.
Alright. You sure? Seems like the thing to do. Walk into the Fade. Such a thing is possible. A tear in the vein.
Dead. Kristoff's doing, maybe.
That answers that, I suppose. The Darkspawn are definitely here.
Oh, well, hello. Oh, werewolf. That's cool. That's great. Yeah. All right. Max says pseudo-understand is the perfect word for the imagery the creator uses. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of just sort of out-of-place Christian imagery in Japanese everything. From anime to just general cultural stuff. It's all over, and it is just bizarre. Or I might... Nah. Focus, nah. I want that, but I'm not close to the level. What should I get? I don't want repulsion field. Can't get time spiral yet. Staff focus might not be bad. passives I can get. Are there any passives? Now focus is passive. Might be okay. Yeah, let's go staff focus. That'll be fine. Will says he also used stuff from Kabbalah. I assume you mean Evangelion. Neat. Cat gut. I assume for crafting of some kind. Cat gut from a Mabari. That seems odd, but okay. This place is really well designed. I like it. It's cool. Kevin says, "Don't doubt me, bro. I have a fantastic memory." Assuming in the with respect to the jukebox. Kylie, I don't know. Lol, I just know when I hear it. Kylie is rather not a noob when it comes to show tunes. I know that. This village lies abandoned. Make her rest their souls. Evangelion is kind of unique in that sense, Will says. Yeah. From what little I know about it, it is interesting. It seems interesting. I mean, not even having anything to do with the plot, like, because again, like I said, I don't know much about the plot. But again, the aesthetic of it does seem pretty unique. Ah. Yeah, Kelly says, okay, I'm introducing my boyfriend to Hamilton on Saturday. I really hope he likes it, because he's not too into musicals. But I think he'd like this one, because it's sort of about history. Also, Phantom is my favorite. I do really like Phantom of the Opera, just generally. Music is very good. And a lot of the, I really like a lot of the, generally the aesthetic. Lost beneath the trees, he lifts a weary head and sees... What? Lifts a weary head and sees her burning love light his way.
All right.
I don't know what that means. On records, toy horse, mudcap. Baroness won her people's hearts. Okay. Toy horse. That's for Ogren. I'm gonna give that to Ogren.
What's this? A baby's plaything?
It's a rocking horse, a pony.
Funny. I was sauced the other day, and I was thinking, Ogren, don't you wish you had a pony? I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Might have.
You know, Bronca loved toy horses way back when. Old girl was always a little odd. Too bad it's not a real pony, huh? Just as well. The real one's poop. This is...
Oh my gosh.
You make me laugh, Commander. Thanks.
I don't like Oghren. I really do. There are a lot of people who just don't like Oghren just because of how crude and ridiculous he is. But I really do. I really like him. Is that locked? I'm wondering if I can get through there. Should try. Kevin says it's super cool that we're only an hour in and so much has been said. This is my favorite night because of the stream. Awesome. I'm glad I'm able to provide a nice community and nice entertainment and all that. Nope, locked. Okay. Kylie says I think y'all would get into Hamilton. It's a good one for watching and getting into musicals. Oghren's the dwarf. The guy we were just talking to, yeah. Yeah. As for oh jeez, what's this? As for Hamilton, I hate to say it.
A hole leading into the Fade. I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, maybe not. I hate to say it. I am not a big fan of Lin-Manuel Miranda's stuff generally. I haven't listened to the whole thing. I haven't seen Hamilton, so maybe I probably would like at least parts of it. But his musical style in general, I don't love. I don't really care for it. I don't know what it is about it. But like, for example, probably the best example is so Moana. Let's talk about Moana. I really like Moana. Mostly. Here and there, there's a couple of things about it that I can criticize. The little coconut monsters are a little bit superfluous to the overall plot. Fine. They're fun though. It's fine. But more so, the bigger point is that Moana has what is probably the best, or at least most catchy, and the worst, or at least most subjectively annoying to me, songs. The best and the worst, or my favorite, or one of my favorites, and my least favorite, songs of recent Disney. At least since, Tangled. Because I See the Light is probably my favorite Disney musical song ever. But in any case, right, so I absolutely love You're Welcome.
Yes.
It is the catchiest song, probably the single catchiest song that Disney has ever put out.
Yes.
Kristoff's Locket. But I think you know where I'm going with this. Cold Dead Eyes, The Dragon Gazes Over Your Prize. Think you know where I'm going with this. I cannot stand Shiny. I hate it. It is tonally inconsistent. It is annoying. Amatoa in general is great thematically, but dear God, how he acts and all that is just irritating beyond belief. I don't like it. Just don't. I'm not saying it's objectively bad. I don't think I could say that justifiably, but I really do not like it. It said Oghren is my people. Yeah. This might have been Kristoff's camp, but it's not been used for days. Oh, there is, by the way, there is a short film about Kristoff. I think it's called Warden's Fall. I will link it in the description after the stream, and I'll put it in the Discord. It's really good. really good. It's full animated, so it's animated using Unreal Engine. So it's basically more or less in System Engine. Oh hey, howdy. Stop. Hold up. Like I said, I'm really not a fan of shiny. I know that's not like purely representative of it's Miranda, right? This is his last name. Lin-Manuel is I know that's not purely representative of his style, but I think it does. It is a good example of his style. And it's the kind of thing that I don't like about it so much.
And I'm off.
Let's save before we do anything with this very ominous thing. Rid of the stone. What is this? Feels weak near the stone circle. Perhaps it's my rituals, but I suspect it has always been weak here. I feel traces of old ancient magic. Maybe this is what drew me. I think the girl feels it too. As we approached the circle, they said something was wrong with me. Did they fear me? Something about this place is changing them, claiming them for its own. It is conceivable that their using of blood to reinvigorate me traps their souls in the fade. Perhaps they become the same as demons, ghosts, spirits who invade my dreams. No, it doesn't matter. They're nothing. Peasants. Well, I'm a baroness of Orlais. Well, that's very troubling. How do I get over there? This way, I suppose. Hey. Get caged, werewolf. Hey. How did you knock me down? I am rooted to the ground. This is absurd. Force field's very handy. Sometimes at least.
Yes. I think I can help with that.
Yeah. Skull Crusher. Cool. No one uses maces. Alright. Not yet. We'll find some. Alice says, by the way, I don't know if I responded if I don't respond a lot, I'm currently on Etsy, looking up musicals merch. Isn't how I want to. Ooh, Christoph's cache. Huh. Cache of precious gemstones, huh?
No, let's not and say we did.
Huh. And I don't know how accurate this information is, but from everything I've heard, when you're shopping on Etsy, just because of because of things like the website's the website share versus the creator share, I've heard that you should try and contact the seller directly or find elsewhere where they sell it, so that they can get a. Oh, that's horrible. So that they can get a larger cut, basically. These things are terrible, and I hate them. Someone kill that.
All right. A new form of darkspawn? Why would we suddenly be studying new forms of darkspawn? This isn't even a blight.
It's not a blight, but it seems like it's pretty close. Ugh. Those are gross. Don't like them. Childer. Oh. We found Kristoff.
Yes, that is your Grey Warden. The mother told it to me that if he was lured to this place and slain, that in time you would come. And the mother, she was right. The mother is always right.
Don't like that. Who's this mother?
The mother is she that sent me. She that wished you to come to here, this place. Here before you is the first, and I am bringing to you a message. The mother, she is not permitting you to further his plan, whether this you know or not. So she is sending you a gift.
That's awful and weird.
No. We have come to the fate as well. It cannot be this.
This is the Fade? How did we get here?
The mother, she has deceived me. I am betrayed.
Yeah, probably.
Never trust my mother either.
Now I am being trapped in the Fade with you. I am the fool.
Why does it sound like he's like a pro wrestler? Like, I'm getting WWE vibes from this guy. It's like someone was considered expendable.
I am the first. I am not being expendable. Both the Grey Warden and the Mother shall be learning this. I will be leaving you to the children. I will be finding my own path back into the world. Back to the Mother.
Yeah, those things are gross. I don't like them. Don't like them. Stop. Go away. Things. Stop being so gross. Don't eat the bugs.
Is the mother? Another Darkspawn?
More talking Darkspawn. And now some mother to go along with it. Cute.
This place looks so much nicer, albeit disturbingly weird in the Fade. This is, I guess, before it was the Blackmarsh. Fatality. I don't need him tanking more than he already does. That seems very dangerous to anyone, to basically everybody. We'll get him killed, which will get everyone else killed. With Rally. Let's get Champion up a bit. Get him to help buffing. Chickens! Veil Tear Apparatus.
What?
What?
You were staring at me. Answer, freak.
Oh, jeez. This is interesting. Oh, great. 3 Desire Demons. Wonderful. Okay. Essence of Constitution. Nice. Okay, let's check. Let's see what this Veil Tear Apparatus does. Oh, effect on the physical world. Ooh, did we just put a chest into the real world? Because that'd be cool. This is just switch back to the screen, and first thing I see is that medieval dead guy face right in the camera's face. Nightmares. It's John Cena. Except that we saw him, and that eliminates the possibility of the meme. Zap it. Jesus. Okay. Tree. Untree. Right. There is nothing here. I didn't even need to go this way. This way. Dead things. Faces in the water. Wait, no, that's not right. Oh, hello. Who are you? Oh, howdy there, demons. Freezy. More Freezy. Hey, never mind. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna zap you. Nice. Oh, hey. It's this. It's the Runestone Circle. I don't know what to do with it. It's a little bit sketchy. I mean, it's a lot of it sketchy. It's... And increase to strength. Very nice. What's up there? Look it up there. There, right? Yeah, it looks like I can go up this way, right? Yeah. Power. Okay, let's quick save and then dick around with these runes down, see what happens. Hmm. I have to just... No. I'll light them all in some kind of an order.
Yes.
This one? And this one, I saw that. No, just kidding. Alright, fine. This one? No. This is absurd. Okay, so I know the first two. Then what? Guess trial and error, huh? No.
All right.
That one? Yeah, okay. And this one? Wow, I'm really just gonna have to trial and error this, aren't I? Yeah, alright, alright. I just got two more. The guy says you just rolled up on some demons and messed them up. Heck yeah. That's what we do, we're Grey Wardens. Oh, hey, a rage demon. Although, actually, to be perfectly fair, that's not actually a Grey Warden's thing. Messing up demons. Our thing is more messing up Darkspawn.
That went well, thankfully. Excellent.
Oh, greater rage demon, huh? Fine. Let's do this. Cool. Actions in the Fade. Effect on the physical world. I don't know what effect. That was strange.
And I'm off.
Why I don't actually need to collect all this stuff. This is all just... This stuff only works in the Fade. And the chances of me using it are slim. I should go other ways before the main way. Shouldn't I? Well, hello. Fireball. Jeez. Oh, come on. Darn it. Okay, it's time to just die. Darn it. So, we rolled up on some demons, and they messed us up. Especially because it was two different groups of demons at the same time, and we engaged at a very short range. All of which were mistakes. Mistakes were made. Alright, let me see if I can just remember this order so I don't have to try and narrow it again.
All right. Yes.
This one. This one? Yep, this one. Wait. First, it's gonna make this easier. No, the lesser ones I don't need to worry about. Come on. Okay, well, that was much harder than the last time for some reason. Much quicker. Why so many of them spawned so quickly? It's weird. Alright. Let's quick save before we go in on those demons. Evan says, I've been having strange dreams lately. Usually in my dreams, I fight people or run from zombies, but lately the dreams have been about random human interactions. Maybe your autism is being cured. I'm kidding. I think I'm kidding. I'm not 100% sure that I'm kidding. But I'm probably kidding. Alternatively, it could be a kind of, maybe an anxiety at regular social interactions. That's also a possibility. That could be a perfectly reasonable possibility. Just inferno these guys around the corner. kind of love how they swim. Like, they swim along the ground to advance. Yeah, so from what I understand of dreams, outside the world of Dragon Age, where dreams are their own realm. No, the Fade. Where's the Black City anyway? You're supposed to be able to see the Black City from every point in the Fade, but I don't see it unless that's it. That blur might be it. Anyway, though, yeah, from what I understand of dreams, dreams are more or less the subconscious's way of testing out scenarios, running hypotheticals. So if you're concerned about something for in any way, for any reason, whatever, how do I get over there? Does I have to go through, like, maybe in the like mansion-y bit? But yeah, dreams are basically trial runs. They're a safe way for the mind to run hypotheticals, which is why logic is a little bit loosened. Right. So you're less concerned, right? So your subconscious mind is less. First of all, it's sort of unmoored.
No, I do not forget. I merely. But I would never contradict your ladyship. No. I don't. No, please, my lady. Have mercy. No! No! Ah, no!
Well, that's unpleasant.
I am most sorry, mistress.
Right, so it's a kind of
I see that the village in the Blackmarsh is not entirely forgotten then.
a way of the mind working through things, right? Part of that is, first of all, like I said, it's unmoored from the conscious mind. So the conscious mind doesn't have the kind of control over it that it would require in order to have a nice coherent set of logically consistent rules for reality, right? But rather, the subconscious mind is far more concerned with the, I guess call it the playing out of various scenarios, right? It's more of a quantity rather than quality kind of approach that the subconscious takes apparently in dreams, something along those lines. Okay? So if you're dreaming and if your mind is trying to work through possibilities, you don't want to be concerned overly much with how logically consistent those possibilities are, which is why in dreams a lot of weird, wacky, unrealistic things happen, is because, well, you're combining scenarios. Your mind is combining scenarios that you're then putting together into something that, again, especially consciously speaking, is incoherent. But that is useful for the unconscious to sort of predict.
You're not a spirit like everyone else. How did you get here?
And that is the best I understand dreaming, which, as I understand it, is not understood terribly well by psychologists in general, and me in particular, not being a psychologist. I'm only repeating some of what I've heard that makes some amount of sense to me. I don't have a choice in the matter, actually.
You were forced to come here? That's very strange. This is where my grandfather's ashes are buried. I come to visit him often. He was the last person to stay in Blackmarsh. Once he passed, there was nobody left in the village who remembered.
Who remembered? Remembered what?
Remembered what happened to the village, of course. The marsh was full of people once. Then that evil woman came and changed everything. She... Oh no! They've come back again. Quick, come hide in the crypt.
Excuse me, what? Skeletons. Light everything on fire. That'll help. Okay. So on a related note, what was it? There was something that she was just talking about that was brought up something particularly interesting about Blackmarsh, about the Fade. Oh, right, about ashes. Right. Cremation is the kind of default way of the sort of default funerary rite in Thedas. And there's a very practical reason for that. It's not really religious per se. I mean, it is a ritual. It's a ritual practice, but it is because, well, those spirits from the Fade tend to inhabit corpses and give rise to undead. If you burn the corpses of the dead, they're not going to rise up and try and kill you. So spirits, I mean, realistic demons, aren't going to infest the corpses of the dead. With the exception of, I believe it's Nivara. There's one country, there's one nation where the dead are sort of kept, they're interred, and there's a city of the dead, literally, a great gigantic mausoleum type of thing, where the dead are basically allowed to be inhabited by demons or spirits, or call them whatever you want. And they live peaceably. Almost, I would even say cooperatively with the living. Separate, they're kept away and they're ripped, but no, they're undead. They have to be immune to. Nice. Ugh. Come on, this is bad. Oof. Right. Missy says, hoping for Navara in 4. Yeah, that would be very, very cool to see the sort of, the necropolis, the city of the dead.
Yes.
Why is it open? Oh, well, I mean, I guess because the dead just kind of walked out of it, that's why. Let's level up and... magic, obviously. Let's... He's already full spirit healer, which is good. Let's do blood magic. Why not? Let's do the bad idea school of magic. Light everything on fire! Zappy everything. It's weird that this is the Fade, but... do dexterity and some cunning. Flicker. Yeah, I like Flicker. Oh, I keep forgetting. Keep forgetting.
I'll get on it.
Summon your wolf. Bork. Well, I figured.
Going.
Let's go back and search the other way real quick. On. Trying to go every wrong way before we go the right way.
And so you came, fell into my little trap. To think, my entire existence I have sought a mortal mage to possess, and now one walks right into my lair.
Do you really think you can defeat me?
You do outnumber me now, it's true. Clearly you mortals are not frail. Very well. Let the Baroness have you. I shall feed on whatever remains.
Okay, bye. Coward.
All right.
Ooh, nice. Almost didn't expect that. Come on, really? Save again. Ugh. Okay.
Going.
Halt! Who enters the Blackmarsh?
We're Grey Wardens, trapped here.
Trapped? Then you're just as we are, locked in this endless nightmare.
Oh, great.
We've been here so long at her mercy. I almost forget what it was like before. There's a spirit that's come to free us. Perhaps you could help him. If only that were possible.
Oh. Cool.
Hear me, people. She is evil incarnate. The countless evils I've seen her perpetrate in there. I'm ashamed to even recount them aloud. She orders our children stolen in the night so she can... No! Unhand me, you thugs! Let me go! Don't let them take me! No!
I'll tell them all. I'll tell everyone.
Yep. Huh. Now, it's also, I'll note, it's been a while since I've played this.
I promise. I've tried to be good, mistress.
It's been a good while since I've played Awaken. Village of Blackmarsh.
I'd better report this to the guards. I have to tell someone.
Come back to this mess.
Well, if only there were a way back into the mortal world for us.
I'll go directly
Maybe
to the
our
Baroness.
families are still there.
Of course she will. What are you saying? That she...
Oh, no.
I just refuse to believe that. No, not even she would ever... She couldn't have.
A thousand pardons, mistress. How clumsy of me.
A mage. Another mage. I was gonna say, kind of looks a little familiar, but not quite. I love the fish torches. It's so cool. It's so dumb, but I love it. Fire-breathing fishes. Who would ever have thought? Alright, let's see what the chaos is, huh?
The mansion will not protect you, fiend. Come out and face your crime.
We aren't afraid of you any longer! The witch hides! Break down the door!
Be cautious, my friends. The Baroness has power within her lair, and she well knows it. We rush in at our peril. And who comes now? More minions of the Baroness? Or yet more helpless souls she has tormented?
We are Grey Wardens, brought here against our will.
I cannot say what a Grey Warden is, but clearly you are a stranger. Perhaps it is a sign. I am Justice. I have watched this place and seethed at the wrongs visited on these poor folk, and now I seek to aid them.
Once we lived in the real world and the Baroness ruled over us. She took our children and used their blood to work dark and evil magic.
And when we burned down her mansion, she cast one final spell that brought our spirits here. We've been trapped ever since, still under her rule.
This spirit knows the Fade. If we help him, he might help us.
I think that since the Baroness trapped these people here, that she's our best chance of getting out.
Tell me, stranger, will you help us in this righteous task? Being a Grey Warden appears to make you an able sort, and thus your aid would be most welcome.
So here's another character that I really like, but who kind of gets assassinated in Dragon Age 2, and I don't... I was about to say, I don't mean literally, but I don't want to spoil anything. Character assassination, let's just leave it at that. I really like Justice, the spirit of Justice here. And he does return, in a way at least, in Dragon Age 2. In a way that I like a lot less. Interesting, don't get me wrong, very interesting to the overall story as to, like, what happens and why and what that means going forward, but still, I don't... for character development reasons, overall very, very negative. I'd gladly help you.
Then we have the numbers to challenge the Baroness directly.
Ooh, a direct challenge. I like the sound of that. Less talk, more killing.
They just said she was an evil, powerful witch. Do we really want to antagonize her?
We can defeat her and make her use magic to help us.
Well, there's a thought. All right, you convinced me.
That was easy.
My intention is to storm the gate. Are you ready?
I have some other questions first.
Oh, then ask.
I need to find a way out of the Fade.
Out of... Ah, I see. You come from the realm of mortals, as these fine people once did. Was it the Baroness who brought you here as well?
This Baroness of yours, also known as the Mother.
She never had any children that I ever heard of.
Perhaps you speak of yet another witch. One who wronged you as these people were wronged. These men and women are dead, yet their spirits remain trapped by the vanity of this sorceress.
Until this spirit came, we were helpless, locked into this eternal nightmare. But now, we can act!
I do not know how to cross the veil back into your world. Should you aid us now, however, I promise that I will help you search.
Help me? Is that even possible?
Your kind crosses over the veil all the time. To be honest, I cannot even imagine what power keeps you here. The darker spirits, those things you would call demons, they also seek to cross the veil. Perhaps they will have answers for you. I will seek a demon to question, but only if you help me now. Justice must come first.
This Baroness is a blood mage from the real world?
From the world of mortals, as are all these people.
We lived in a village in the Blackmarsh, and the Baroness ruled over us. That was so long ago, it seems like a dream we once had. We finally rose up against her evil, and this is what she did to us. I can't even imagine what happened to our families.
Your families could have moved away. I don't know.
Has it been so long? How many years have we been held here?
Take heart, good woman. Justice will see you avenged and freed. Would you help us, stranger? If this wrong is to be undone, we will need your aid.
Then I'm ready. Let's do it.
Good people, we take the battle directly to the witch. For too long have her crimes gone unpunished. Now is the time to reclaim your freedom!
Badass. I love that demon design.
My
Ash wraiths.
all that shouting outside, and now you finally decided to barge in without even a proper invitation.
Is that Deanna Troy?
Foul sorceress. You will release these poor folk and submit yourself to justice.
Justice? Is that what you're calling it? What of their punishment? Burning my home to the ground and me within it.
Because you were stealing our children, using their blood to feed your vanity.
As was my due. You lived on my land, I, your rightful ruler. Your blood was mine, just as your lives are now.
Their lives are not yours any longer.
What's this? The pathetic fools have managed to recruit yet more sympathizers?
We are no longer alone, Baroness. Your reign ends here.
As it happens, I am no longer alone either.
Right.
My path back across the veil lies in victory over you and your new allies. Then the Mother will pay for her treachery.
Choose your pets more carefully, Baroness.
Instead, I should have chosen you, mortal.
We must be ending this. Now. The Grey Warden, it is more dangerous than you know.
Oh, as you wish, creature. Slay them, and you shall have the reward you requested.
Enough! The battle is joined.
Yes, got them both.
No, you fool! Why haven't you defeated them?
They are too much. It must be sending me back through the veil. Now, before it is too late.
Oh, I will sunder the veil, all right. I'll send them all back. But you? Your life is going to provide the power.
No. No.
Is Anders just bleeding profusely there?
Where am I? What is happening? No. This is the world of mortals, beyond the veil. And this is a mortal body of flesh. I am trapped within.
Neat. Terrifying. Awful. Good? Both. Kevin says, as regards Loki, after seeing the first episode, I tend to agree that the plot causes a lot of problems. However, there was much to be entertained by in it. Mostly superficial comedy, which is my thing. That is true. There was a lot of good dumb jokes. Now, I will say that the unfortunate part about that, and the part about the comedy in at least the first episode, and I haven't seen the second one yet, but what I've heard, this kind of trend continues into at least the second episode as well. That a lot of the comedy is at Loki's expense. Like, a lot of it, he is kind of he's the butt of a lot of the jokes. Which, okay, fine, he's the fish out of water in the situation, but that, like I was saying last week a lot, it really makes him out, it makes him out to be less than who he ought to be at this point, which is just coming right out of Avengers. Right? He was just burdened with glorious purpose like 10 minutes ago, you know. The other thing, and this is something I mentioned Monday, architecturally speaking, I spent a little bit of time talking about this, and I know a lot of you guys who join me on Thursdays don't also join me on Mondays, so I figure I'll bring this up again now when we look at the creepity dead face of our good friend Justice here. But the architecture, the design of the TVA. First of all, as a lot of people have pointed out, it's very, very weird that it's sort of, well, first of all, humans, obviously, but then also this sort of 1960s American aesthetic, right? That's a little weird that space lizards from outside of time created a bureaucratic organization that's basically a 1960s DMV. Classy one, I guess. But fine. It has to have some kind of aesthetic, and there it is. There's one, I suppose. But then the big view of the whole place, right, outside that particular building, and look at all the structures and stuff like that. The overall architecture, and this applies to inside, outside, the sculpture and artwork and a lot of that stuff. It's the kind of thing that I'm usually a big sucker for. I love retrofuturism, particularly 60s-ish, sort of, I guess you'd call it, like, nuclear futurism. The kind of retrofuturism that was like 60s sci-fi, but sort of modernized, I guess, that kind of thing. That, and I do like rocket punk, so like the old, like, The Rocketeer is a great example, but anything like, early 20th century, like 20s and 30s sci-fi type stuff, that's great too. But the 60s stuff, like the Jetsons-y type aesthetic, I usually love it. It's great. But when I saw that big panorama shot, something in me cringed. Something was off. And I didn't say what it was on Thursday because I couldn't put my finger, or last week because I couldn't put my finger on it. But I noticed it over the weekend when I went back and I looked at it again, and I listened to some other people talking about some other things about the episode. And one of them was, this is from Shadiversity, from the Shadiversity's alternate channel Game Nights. And it was that a lot of the art style and the architectural style is very Soviet brutalist. And what's weird about this, what's especially weird about this, is that the aesthetic is a kind of mishmash between, on the one hand, American 60s sci-fi futurism, like Jetsons type stuff, with the spires and the dome buildings and the sort of bulbs and things, a lot of that, while at the same time mixing it with actual 1960s architecture from the other side of, well, from the US, but especially from the other side of the Iron Curtain. And they made a big connection between that, the Soviet era brutalism, to the sort of totalitarian philosophy of the TVA, which is its own issue, huge issue, that they're sort of portrayed as more or less the good guys. But it's this mixing of real and fantastical from the same era. And the biggest problem with that is that they are two absolute opposite visions of reality and opposite visions, especially of the future, right? Brutalism at the time was supposed to be very futuristic, but it was in the present, right? It was pure totalitarian. Whereas the sort of Jetsons futurism of the sci-fi of the 60s was elaborate. It was smooth. It was minimalistic to a large extent, but it was grandiose, right? It was optimistic, future, looking forward into a glorious and opulent way of life moving forward. Whereas brutalism was minimalistic, was reductionistic, was shunned beauty for beauty's sake. And it's that juxtaposition, that tension, almost that contradiction, that I think makes it so off and so uncomfortable. Kevin asks if maybe the cringe was intentional. I don't think so, honestly. I think, well, first of all, I don't. maybe I'm a little too mean about this, but I don't think that the writers and the art directors were that sophisticated to make that kind of a mishmash, that kind of contradictory architecture styles intentionally. I think it was just, hey, let's go with cool, futuristic 60s aesthetic. And, okay, what does that mean? Well, it means the Jetsons, that style. Hell, because we're talking about Disney, Tomorrowland type style. But it also means brutalism. So, hey, let's put those together, right? They're two different things. They're from the 60s. That all represents the 60s future, the 60s aesthetic we're going for. And they didn't realize that the visions of those two styles were so at odds with one another. Kevin likes brutalist architecture? Ugh, that's gross. Dude, no. It's icky. I'm overreacting for comedy, but still. If you haven't, you've seen. You can't have not seen Roger Scruton's Why Beauty Matters. Where he talks a lot about architecture, particularly criticizing brutalism, the immense overfocus on practicality. If you haven't seen it, you should. I'm sure you have. There's no way you have. Actually, funny enough, I assigned it for class a couple semesters ago. And oh man, I was so disappointed at how unpopular it was with a lot of my relativistic and emotivist students. Oh well. Anyway, I digress. I don't think that it was... Erica, I agree. She says, you can submit yourself to flogging at your leisure, Kevin. Indeed. Yeah, I don't expect it to have been intentional, really. Now, I might expect the sort of villainy, I guess, of the TVA. That maybe they'll turn out to be the villains. Maybe they'll turn out to be the bad guys. But a lot of the world building damage has been done already, especially with the drawer full of Infinity Stones, that whole thing. So even if they do wind up making them the villains and they defeat them at the end or whatever, they've still done a lot of damage to the world building. So, and I talked about that extensively last week. So, and even just having to do with how the hell the TVA in their timeline interact with the sacred timeline when they're not in a timeline at all, technically, because they're not supposed to be. But they are, because they have to interact with... None of it makes sense, as I went pretty extensively this Thursday. In any case, right, I think they might be making the TVA out to be either the bad guys although I wouldn't put it past them to not. Or if not, then at least having it be like under new management by the end of things. Have Agent Mobius, Owen Wilson's character, take over, or maybe even have Loki take over or something like that. He takes over the thing and does his own mischief thing. Who knows? But again, I wouldn't put it past them. Given that the other two previous Disney Plus series basically lionized the morally worst people on the show. I mean, you got WandaVision where she horrifyingly tortured basically an entire town out of grief, and it's portrayed as being overly harsh and judgmental for being angry that she tortured them for however long she did. I think it's only a couple of weeks, but still though. So you got that. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier goes so incredibly far out of its way to make Carly and the Flag Smashers out to be sympathetic, whereas they're not. They're not at all. They're really murderous, and they also think that life was better during the blip. After half, and then probably more than half of the world was wiped out. So, again, I wouldn't put it past them to unironically see the TVA as the good guys, because they go out and melt people that they disapprove of. Kevin says, the TVA is a massive illusion. Not sure why yet. But some freak show is trying to break Loki for some reason. I've heard a little bit of speculation that this might be something to do with Doctor Strange. Right? Doctor Strange needs Loki for something, and because this is a multiverse, alternate universe version of Loki, that when he left, that instead of teleporting away, either Doctor Strange through time manipulation or the Ancient One or another sorcerer, some people are saying that Owen Wilson's character is a sorcerer, like working with Doctor Strange, has Loki trapped in an illusion or something, or they're trying to get information from him or something like that. But man, that would suck too. Now, to be fair, that wouldn't ruin the entire MCU, but it would ruin this series. So, I mean, take your wins where you can get them, right? Erica says, honestly, if you want to be conservative, probably about 75% of the planet's population probably died during and after the blip. Yeah. That's another thing, is that the MCU, the current writers of the MCU, are incredibly bad at in terms of figuring out and thinking through what the effect of Thanos would have been. Of the blip, of the after effects, of during, the absolute incredible destitution that would have happened during, and then the absolute utter chaos that would have happened immediately, and then even short to medium term afterwards. Even horrific. We might make Eric and I might do a podcast about that. That's on our list of things to talk about in terms of our Peculiarly Papist Perspectives podcast. I love that name. I'm very glad I came up with that. I'll in the meantime, before we wind up doing that, I'll point you to Out of Frame. I forget if it was their regular show from the Foundation for Economic Education, FEE, the regular show, Out of Frame, or if it was their podcast, Behind the Scenes. But one or the other, they talked a lot about this, the underplaying of the effects of the world losing most of its population. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin says one series for a whole storyline, a good trade. Fair enough, I guess. Eric says 50%, then another 25% from starvation, production ceasing, no medicine, power going out. Initial accidents from the blip, murders, anarchy, etc. Anarchy, and not the good kind, because almost certainly they didn't have the good kind either. Because, I mean, what else would governments do but crack down on what's left in a wildly tyrannical fashion, of course. Kyla says, yeah, I gotta hit the hay early tonight. Got a lot of errands tomorrow that GMA needs my help with. Or Grandma. Good night, everyone. Love the live stream. Can't wait for the next one. Yep, see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Kevin says, stop this madness. No sleeping. How dare you? You're allowed to sleep, Kylie. You're allowed to sleep. Don't feel bad. Erica says, then Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there would have been complete anarchy after the world's population quintuples suddenly. At the very least, triples. Probably right. Probably more. Kylie, if you... Okay, so the aftermath... We're talking about the aftermath of Avengers Endgame. Of half the world's population disappearing immediately, then 5 years later, that number coming back would have basically thrown the world into unmanageable chaos. And I think it would have been a significant mix of anarchy and probably the bad kind, and absolute tyranny and probably the bad kind. Yeah, madness. Also, oh right, yeah. Also, the madness of you leaving her. That too. Anyway, the spirit of justice. How did you get here?
The witch sundered the veil in her haste. All of us were drawn through. She has returned to this realm as well. Can you not feel it? The Baroness is nearby.
Oh. Hell, you can go if Smallbean is tired, you can go. Don't feel bad. Man, I will say though, on this about justice, as much as I don't really, like I said, don't really care for what they did with his character in 2, they do get his mannerisms quite well in the weird circumstance that he's in. They really do integrate his mannerisms into his circumstances in 2. You'll see what I mean, but keep this in mind. Right? Remember how he talks and what he's like by the time we get around to Dragon Age 2. Oh, isn't she dead just like all the others?
You misunderstand. The Baroness, she is not immortal as you are, or as were the villagers she kept trapped. There was such a mortal once, but now... that is a demon of pride. She assumed that role long ago to feed from the mortal she trapped. But here, in your world, here she will be quite something else.
So that's interesting. I'm not quite sure if this is implying that a human spirit can become a demon, but I don't think that's what's going on. I think that a demon of pride replaced or possessed the Baroness at some point along this road. I think that's what they're implying. Because it would be very strange if a mortal spirit can become a demon. That seems to violate a lot of what we know about the sort of metaphysical psychology of Dragon Age. What do you propose, then?
The veil is sundered, and the tears must be closed lest they continue to spill demons out into this world. I can alter your weapons for a time, allowing them to drive back the Fate's magic. But if we are to deal with the Baroness, we must move swiftly.
Cool. So we're keeping him, keeping Anders, Nathaniel. He's a warrior. Anders and Nathaniel, not Valana? No? Alright, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Alright, so... First is dead. Sentinel, others chosen. Nice. Stuff. Take his stuff.
It's a picturesque little place, isn't it? Aside from being ruined and haunted.
Yeah.
Going. I think I can help with that.
Alright, let's level everybody up while we're here. Hope remaineth. Yeah, that'll work. Time spiral? Nah. Ooh, Nature's Vengeance. Keeper summons gigantic roots from within the ground to attack all enemies in the area, impaling opponents for a short time unless they pass a physical resistance check. Heck yes. Is that a new... Ooh, geez, I got 2 new abilities, don't I? What is this? Elemental Mastery. Oh. Oh, that's real good. Oops. Spells. Here we go. Boop boop boo. I'm almost never going to use that, but whatever. Let's have it there, just in case. Let's keep that up indefinitely. Because that's good. That's a real good one. Okay, he is a spirit warrior. Let's make him a Templar and a Guardian. And let's give him... Okay, cool. Templar, Spirit Warrior, Guardian, Sword and Shield. Deathblow. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I like it. Make him the new tank. I'm eventually going to have to equip him too. Okay. Okay, rune crafting. Okay. Don't love that. Let's just keep going on blood matching. That's always good. Kevin says, by sheer accident, I have not exceeded my limitations on booze tonight. Hurrah! What were you intending to, or what? Skull Crusher is better. Elemental. It's better. Ooh, look at that thing! That looks ridiculous. Alright. Armor of the Sentinel. Sturdy heavy chainmail. Armor, yeah, it's better. Jesus, he looks ridiculous. Alright, cool. Mark of the Divine. Cool. I don't have a helmet for him. I'm a little bit disappointed by that, but that's okay. I do some enchantment. I have a bunch of gear with open enchantment slots. I keep forgetting to do that. Alright, so let's quick save. Over here. What? What is that? Nice one, Justice. Flop.
All right.
Okay, onward. Oh, not that way. Alright, so we also recall, because we were in the Fade and we put all of those, we did all of those Fade altar thingies, that should mean that there's a bunch of chests that are popped into reality now. Like this one. Hey, here we go. Boots of the Sentinel. Let's give that, probably, to Justice, shall we? Oh yeah, that's much, much better. Jeez, he looks good. He looks great. He needs a helmet, though. That face is not pleasant to look at. And as I intended to do, as I have done, but sometimes things go their own way. Thankfully, things do not go their own way tonight. That is good. It's good. Contrary to what some might say otherwise. Yeah, I would say that is a good thing. Onward. There's Fade Rift. Let's ignore that for the... There's another one over here, isn't there? Balls! Fire! Oh, please don't pull me. Hooray! He didn't pull me. Alright, Zappy. Chain lightning. Achievement? They've got an achievement for that. Alright. Before we go back in there, like I said, let's keep searching. Chests. And I guess Fade portals. This is very green and fadey looking here. Ooh, Helm of the Sentinel. There we go. Finally. Justice. Helmet. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, right. He gets to keep the helmet on. Wait, we didn't loot the Revenant? We looted that guy. Forget? Oh, whoops. We didn't take everything. Alright. Blue. Boo boo. Over there? Yeah, looks like something over there. Portal. 2 Revenants. That's that's very bad. I don't like that. Uh-oh.
Excellent.
Nice. Right, cool, we got him. And so speaking of achievement, my newest goal is to catch a 20-pound salmon from a local lake. Awesome. The fact that there are 20-pound salmon in a local lake is really, really cool. Man. Like I have said before, Gladiator's Bell. Nice. That'd actually be good for Justice. Definitely better. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think I've said before, I'm more of a saltwater fisherman. Back when I used to fish for a lot, it was all saltwater, out on the boat, out in the Gulf of Mexico kind of thing. I've always really loved mackerel, Spanish mackerel especially. Kingfish are fun; they're really fun to fight, but honestly, Spanish mackerel are better eating. Gloves of the Sentinel. Yeah, he's got the full Sentinel gear, and it's freaking terrifying. Oh, that's great. I love it. Alright. Is there anything else that we're missing? Already went that way. That chest. Yeah, this is it. Alright, cool. Good. Go. Yeah, that is really cool. That there's 20-pound salmon in a local lake. That's great. Save again.
And I'm off.
Oh, well, it does it for me.
So this is the world of mortals. How very dull it seems. So immutable and unchanging. Yet, I am here.
It's an interesting
I
point.
have crossed the veil. The spirits will watch in envy as the mortals of this realm bow down before me.
That will not happen, demon.
Ah, it seems I was not the only one to be drawn here. How very tiresome.
Something about this that's really cool. So this is another thing that I really want to talk about. For I've been working on and planning out a video for a good long time, and I haven't gotten around to doing it because it has a lot. It would wind up having a lot of visuals and things, though, that are going to wind up being a lot of work. But it's talking about the cosmology of the Forgotten Realms and Dungeons and Dragons, and looking at it in comparison to the proper cosmology of scholastic medieval Christendom. And there's a lot in common. There's a lot of commonalities. And one of those commonalities is looking at the kind of underworld, hell, essentially, as a place of potentiality. And there being this kind of flux that she's talking about. And in D&D, that is not hell or the hells, which are astral. They're lower planes, but they're also above the material in one sense. And that's actually something else that I would be looking at in comparison. An interesting comparison. But the realm of the mutable and of the potential is the ethereal. Ethereal stuff in D&D is basically prime matter from an Aristotelian standpoint. It is undifferentiated potential. And then as you get more and more actuality, or more and more actualized, you go inwards away from the border, from the ethereal to the elemental planes, where you have this matter which is actualized in a certain particular way, but not in any kind of admixture. It's not actualized into anything in particular. It's actualized into base elements. And then you have the border realms between the four elemental planes, which are mixtures. So there's a little bit more flux, a little bit more actuality to it. Then you have the material. And the material plane is this mixture of potentiality and actuality, this fluctuation of potentiality and actuality. And then eventually, through a bunch of more stages, as you go up into, again, not technically heaven or the heavens, because that's its own separate thing, which is part of the sort of dualism problem that D&D has. But setting that aside, if you go upwards to the what is it? What's the term? It's not technically the astral plane, but it's essentially the astral plane. It's part of the astral plane. It's the Badlands? Outlands. The Outlands. That's it. Is this realm of more and more increasing actuality. As you get closer and closer to the center, you get to a spire with the city of Sigil. It's the city of endless doors, which is the where magic and even the powers of gods, small g, do not function because the world is completely immutable. The closer you get to that center, it is closer and closer and closer to actuality, as close as you can get while still being differentiated. Let's say I will say material for you know, to use scholastic terminology for it. Differentiated or specified. Let's maybe to be more precise. And this is one of those really cool things where we have this this cosmos, or this cosmological model with three independent centers of reality. Reality is centered around the ethereal. Reality is, and then because it's pure potential, and then it is centered around the material, because from the material you go up or down, so to speak. And then it's centered around this center of the Outlands, of the astral. And this is very, very similar to how we have this threefold center in medieval scholastic Christendom, the cosmology of medieval scholastic Christendom, where we have hell, which is not just beneath, but drawn in center. It is central. It is curvatus in se, curved in or looking in on oneself, curled up. And then you also have Earth, which is the center of the physical cosmos. The geocentric model of cosmology. Then you also have heaven, the highest heaven, which is the center. God being the center, even though equidistant from all things, but only equidistant from all things because of infinity. And it surrounds everything, but it is also the center of all things. And it's this sort of this model on which, in a medieval, on both cosmological models, where there seem to be these three independent and unique centers of the cosmos. And that's very, very interesting. This applies in both cases, but pretty radically differently. Sorry, and then also the weirdness of the metaphysical dualism or Manichaeism in D&D, in the D&D cosmology, where you have the upper and the lower planes. You have heaven and hell being, equal and opposite type things, which is dramatic, to say the least. But I'll get into that. Kevin says the larger mackerel have higher levels of mercury, don't they? Kingfish don't tend to, unless they get obscenely large. Most Spanish mackerel are, like I said, better eating, especially because they stay relatively small. They don't get bigger than that, maybe. Like 3 feet is the biggest I've ever seen, really. But they are predator fish, so they can. Most of the ones I've eaten have been like under 2 feet. 18, 20 inches, something like that. And they are really good eating. They're delicious. As a little throwback to something we were talking about earlier, they make great sashimi. Kevin says, I think it's just one lake in my area. It's quite deep and cold. And in my area, they're somewhat unique. It's called the Devil's Kitchen. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, that is part of why kingfish are not as good eating, because they do tend to get bigger and they do tend to accumulate mercury over time. which can be a problem, especially if you eat a lot of it. If you eat just a little, it won't be a problem. You do eventually pass mercury. It's just that it's slow to happen. It shouldn't too much. I say that so flippantly, but don't eat mercury, guys. But if something gets into your system somehow, it's not going to instantly kill. The giant fish. There are giant fish that you can totally eat. And you can do really well around here. Goliath grouper are around here. Gulf. I've never caught one. I don't know if I could. I don't know if our boat could have even handled one, because they're like bigger than you are, or me, or probably the both of us. Biggest fish I've caught was a cobia. They're pretty delicious. They're a heck of a fighter. I fought the one I reeled in. I was not quite 6 feet long. It was close to 100 pounds. It was a heck of a fish. Probably fought for 20 minutes or so. It was a good time. And good eating too. We ate it. But yeah, that's the kind of big stuff that if you go out a little bit into the Gulf, you'll find around here. Mackerel of both kinds, especially Spanish mackerel, are even pretty close to shore, even in the little intercoastal waterways between the mainland and the barrier island. You got like a mile or so of water there, with channels and things that mackerel like to school in. It's nice. Sharks too, especially little black tips, little things. They're cute. You can pet them. How is it you're even here without a body? On a completely different note.
I have harnessed the power of those fools trapped in our realm for an eon. My true form has substance here. I had no idea I could enter the mortal world this way. Had I known... Oh, but I am here now, yes? Soon really I will be queen, as this world deserves. And you will be the first of my subjects.
This is very troubling. The fact that a demon just kind of wandered into the real world through the veil. Yeah, that's great. Pride demon. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen until Inquisition. I mean, it's not supposed to happen in Inquisition either, technically. But you know what? I think it's time. Let's just do this. Ah! Not what I wanted. All of them. Oh, it's an ash wraith. Okay, that's not good. Shade, okay. Can I take your magic? Yes. No, I can't. Okay, that was a waste of time. Alright, Zappy? Oh, it doesn't have that. Okay. It is electrical. That's not good. That's not great. Where are you going? Stop running. Oh, crap. That was awesome.
For what it is worth, thank you. I have fulfilled my vow. May the victims of that woman's madness rest in peace, wherever they have gone to now.
Kevin said Goliath Grouper are fascinating to me. Magnificent creatures. They really, really are. The Tampa Aquarium, not too far from here, and a little bit, they've got a tank with a couple of them. They aren't even the biggest I have seen, but like, Saoirse loves the things because she could very, very, very easily hide in their mouths, which isn't too good. But I don't think they would eat a small person, but they might be able to. You don't know where they went?
No, the spirits believe there is a place beyond the Fade, but we have no more answers to such things than you mortals. It seems I cannot return to the Fade. I am trapped here, in the body of this Grey Warden. There are memories within this poor man's mind. They're difficult to see. But he was a Grey Warden? He was slain by the Darkspawn, the one called the First?
Hmm. The Darkspawn are who the Grey Wardens fight.
And that was your pursuit when you were tricked into the Fade. Yes, I understand now. It seems I am at a loss. I know nothing of this world, and have only a few memories of this Grey Warden to draw from. I do not wish to die. What shall I do, mortal? You seem to be a creature of good character, and you are of this world. Can you advise me?
I like this guy. I really like this guy. Join me. The body you inhabit belonged to a Grey Warden.
You mean continue this mortal's mission? As a Grey Warden? It was a Darkspawn who murdered this mortal most ignobly. And the ones that commanded it yet live. To avenge his death. Yes, that would be a purpose. Very well. I will join you, Grey Warden, if you will allow it.
I will. Should I call you Kristoff, then?
That is not my name. I have no name. Only a virtue to which I aspire. If I am to need a name, then use that. I am Justice. And for now, I am pleased to travel at your side, Grey Warden.
Cool. Alright. I need to... I mean, I can give him some gifts. Right now, before we head back. Then we can head back. Let me see. What are our gifts for Justice? Alright. Justice. Let's see. Kristoff's locket, right?
I do not know quite how to thank you.
I'll wait on this. Voice of the Maker.
I do not know quite how to thank you.
Verses of Dreams.
You have my sincere thanks.
Love and Prayer of the
You have my
Dead.
sincere thanks.
And Kristoff's Mementos.
You have my sincere thanks.
I think that's it. Dock storage key. Ooh. Fire Stompers. Dexterity. Fire resistance and physical resistance. That's kind of weird. Soulbound. 100% spirit damage. Oh! Ooh. No one uses spirit damage, though. Kind of unfortunate. That is where we came through last time. Nope, can't go through here. We just completely wrecked her before she even got into her courtyard. That was very nice. Very, very pleased with that. Let's go out this way. Save it. Oh boy. Stay. Knight Silver Bowl. I forget who that's for. Oh. Okay.
I think I can help with that.
Whoa! Dispel grenade. Man, okay. Constitution and regen in combat. Alright. How about Nathaniel? What do you think of that? Nah. Oh, but I do need to do this. Injured.
Huh. Yes. And I'm off.
Bottles. Cod. Jeez.
All right. And I'm off.
Nothing else here. That's it. Okay, let's go back to that dragon. Skeleton. Not an actual dragon. Which I think was this way. Let's put it back together and see what happens. Probably nothing bad. You know. Maybe something good. That seems unlikely. Was it this way? Belter. Back this way? Would have been back the other way. Maybe it was up here. It was up here. Found. I think we'll probably just make it back to Vigil's Keep. I sworn I was up this way, but maybe not. Did all this? It's not here. No. It's back closer to the entrance. I think it was. I think it was closer to the end. Because there's one more Veil Tear over there too. I think it was by that church up on the hill. Or whatever that is. It looks like a... Call it. Alright.
Huh.
What happens when this body of yours expires?
How long does such a process take?
I don't know. Can you still walk around once you're simply bones?
So I'm led to believe, yes.
That is incredibly disturbing.
Okay, so yeah, undead. But don't worry, guys, he's a good undead. He's a nice, pleasant, and just undead. Bones. 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 Uh-oh. That's not a good musical cue. I don't like that musical cue. Oh, hi, dragon. What? And I'm gonna actually save. Hello there, dragon. We're gonna have to fight you, aren't we? I didn't anticipate that.
Will you ever need to switch bodies, Justice?
I did not wish to possess this body. Why would I switch to another?
You might need to. Unless you wish to look even more obviously like a corpse.
I would prefer not to think of it.
Oh yeah, Erica, good point. 5th edition Revenant. Revenants in D&D 5e are a lot like this. They are undead that are bound to the material plane, bound to the material world by their quest for or need for vengeance. Usually against the one who killed them, but it sometimes is some other mission that they have to fulfill. Ghost Dragon! I have 7 minutes to kill it. Yay! I can do that. Queen of the Blackmarsh. Let's do Firestorm. It looks electrical, so I'm not going to use electricity on it. Yep, that's electrical, alright. Oh god, this is real bad. I'm really gonna need to focus on healing. Okay. Oh, jeez, okay. Oh, come on, really? Okay, I think I can do this. Suck its health a little bit. It's good. Heal Justice. No, not lightning. Oh, yeah, Firebolt. Crap. Nathaniel's down. Let's have Anders revive him. suck at some magic. Nope, I can't. What's this? I mean, I'll take it. Ah, bad. Why is it? Freeze it. Okay. All right, got him. Let's do that. Ooh, ooh! Look at that. Magic, armor, spell resistance, mental and physical resistance, spellminder. Vestments of the Seer is still better. Warrior gets critical and backstab damage? Why? Why? Earthbound. Nature, resistance and damage? Nah. Okay. Oops, forgot to actually loot it. I am going to put on that hat, though. Toque of the Oblivious. You... Yeah, you can have the Libertarian's Cowl. Let's see. Alright, cool. Whew! Alright, that is midnight. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to end right here. We'll pick up next time, heading back to Vigil's Keep and see what we have to do next. That was an interesting, fun fight. A Zappy Electric Dragon. Cool. Anyway, like I said, we're going to wrap up there, and so hopefully I will see you guys on Monday. Keep in mind, if you would like to help me buy a new chair, as I very, very sadly retire my my old faithful here, either reach out to me privately, or there is a link to my PayPal in the description here, so do let me know. I would greatly appreciate such a thing. Otherwise, hopefully I will see you guys on Monday, and if not, I will see you guys next Thursday as we continue Dragon Age Origins Awakening. Alright. Thank you all very much for joining me. Good night.